The clock in your mind isn't just ticking. It is aggressively counting down to your own permanent disappearance. You have exactly until Wednesday morning to prove you aren't just another waste of oxygen. If you are hearing this right now, your window is already halfway closed. Do not look away. Do not breathe. Because Tuesday is the day your destiny is either forged or forgotten forever. Most people treat Tuesday like a safe, boring bridge between the start of the week and the middle. They think they have the luxury of settling in. They think the real work starts later. But Wednesday morning is a brutal, unblinking wall. When that sun rises, the universe stops listening to your pathetic excuses and starts collecting the debt for every second you wasted today. You are currently in the danger zone of your own complacency. The warning isn't coming to comfort you. It is coming to violently disrupt your fake peace. Why Wednesday? Because Wednesday is where intentions go to die. It is the graveyard of the "I'll start tomorrow" crowd. If you enter Wednesday morning without a titanium victory in your hands, you have officially surrendered the week to the void. The urgency is real, but the sleepwalkers around you are too numb to feel the heat. Look at your hands. They are empty. Look at your mind. It is cluttered with cheap distractions and the toxic residue of procrastination. You are acting like you have an infinite supply of mornings. But every morning you wake up without a plan is an act of psychological suicide. The universe is tired of watching you play small while claiming to be a chosen one. The seventh call was a whisper. This warning is a scream. Let us dismantle the lie of getting ready. You have been getting ready for years. You have been analyzing, planning, and waiting for the perfect feeling to strike. But perfection is a predator that feeds on your time. While you are busy polishing your excuses, the elite are already out in the cold, covered in the dirt of execution. Wednesday morning is the finish line for the weak and the starting block for the dangerous. The atmosphere in your room is changing right now. Can you feel the weight? That isn't just air. That is the suffocating pressure of a closing window. Real danger doesn't always carry a knife. Sometimes it just carries a calendar. It lets you believe you have time, right up until the second it slams the iron gate shut and locks you inside your own wasted potential. The weak masses are addicted to the drug of later. They use it to numb the pain of knowing they are failing. They tell themselves that Wednesday morning will be different, that they will magically wake up with a new identity. But identity isn't a gift you receive in your sleep. Identity is a weapon you forge in the dark, through the brutal friction of doing what you hate when you hate doing it. You want to know what's approaching on Wednesday? It is the cold, hard, undeniable reflection of who you truly are. Not the person you pretend to be on a screen. Not the person you promise to be in your head. But the person who either stood up today or stayed on their knees. Reality is a cold mirror, and Wednesday morning is the day it forces you to stare into it without any filters. The chosen one doesn't fear the deadline. The chosen one weaponizes it. You take the crushing pressure of Wednesday morning and you turn it into a lethal focus. You stop looking for salvation in the clouds and you start looking for execution in the dirt. Every second of this Tuesday must be a violent act of creation. If you aren't building, you are decaying. There is no middle ground. Stop listening to the voice in your head that tells you to slow down. That voice is a traitor living in your own house. It is the internal burglar trying to steal your future while you are wide awake. Lock your jaw. Narrow your eyes. The countdown is no longer invisible. It is screaming. You have exactly until the first light of Wednesday to claim your territory. Move. The sun is starting to set on your Tuesday, and the shadows are getting longer. For the sleepwalkers, this is a sign to relax, to kick their shoes off, to let their guard down. But for you, this is the most dangerous hour of the entire week. The darkness isn't just an environment, it is a mirror. It is the time when the internal thief starts K-soy through your mind, looking for a way to steal your Wednesday victory before you even wake up. Do you hear that? That silence in your room isn't peaceful. It is the cold, calculated silence of an ambush. Every task you didn't finish today is currently building a massive psychological wall that will block your path tomorrow morning. You think you are resting, but you are actually just giving your excuses more time to organize a coup against your ambition. You are currently the primary suspect in the murder of your own potential. Let us look at the Wednesday wall. Most people hit it by noon. They wake up, they see the mountain of work they avoided on Tuesday, and they immediately surrender. They spend their Wednesday mourning the time they wasted today. But the chosen one enters Wednesday morning like a god of war, because the battle was already won on Tuesday night. You do not prepare on the day of the exam. You execute, because you are already dangerous in the dark. Urgency is the only real currency you have left. Your bank account might be full, but your time is aggressively bankrupt. Every minute you spend thinking is a minute you aren't doing. Analysis is often just a fancy, elite-sounding word for cowardice. You are analyzing because you are terrified of the friction of action. You are waiting for a guarantee that doesn't exist. Wednesday morning offers no guarantees. It only offers a verdict. Watch the masses desperately try to catch up when the deadline is staring them in the face. It is a pathetic, chaotic spectacle. They are frantic, they are sloppy, and they are eventually crushed by the weight of their own delay. The chosen one avoids the chaos by living in a permanent state of elite readiness. You don't catch up, you set the pace. You don't react to Wednesday. Wednesday reacts to you. The internal burglar feeds entirely on your desire to be liked. It tells you to answer that meaningless text, to check that toxic notification, to please people who will completely forget you exist by this time next year. Every time you give your attention to the wrong things, you are personally unlocking the vault and handing over your future. You must become undeniably, brutally selfish with your Tuesday. Protect the vault. The first light of Wednesday is a searchlight. It will illuminate every single corner of your life. It will expose every shortcut you took today. It will show the world whether you are a titan of discipline or just another loud-mouthed pretender. If the thought of that light makes you squirm, then you haven't done the work yet. You have exactly a few hours left to make that light your greatest ally instead of your worst judge. Stop looking for a sign from heaven. Look at the dirt on your hands. Look at the sweat on your brow. That is the only divine message you need. The universe isn't going to send an angel to do your push-ups or finish your projects. It is sending you a freezing cold Tuesday night to see if your fire is actually real, or if it was just a cheap temporary spark that dies at the first sign of discomfort. This is the elite protocol for the midnight hour. You isolate. You eliminate. You execute. You cut out every single person who encourages your weakness. You delete every app that steals your focus. You become a ghost to the world, so you can become a giant to your future self. Wednesday morning doesn't care about your social life. It only cares about your result. The countdown has officially crossed the halfway mark. The heavy pressure you feel in your chest right now, embrace it. That pressure is the feeling of your old, weak self being violently crushed to make room for the dangerous version of you. Do not run from the pain. Breathe it in. Let it sharpen your wild eyes. Tuesday is almost over. Who will you be when the sun rises? The weak masses believe that sleep is a universal right. They think that just because the sun goes down, they have magically earned the right to close their eyes and rest. But sleep absolutely does not erase your failures. It just pauses them. If you go to bed tonight without executing your mission, you are not resting. You are willingly putting yourself in a psychological coma while the enemy quietly surrounds your house. Have you ever felt that sudden, sharp anxiety at 3 a.m.? Your heart is racing. Your eyes snap open in the dark, and a suffocating weight presses down on your chest. The doctors call it insomnia. The therapists call it stress. But the chosen one knows the terrifying truth. That is your soul violently screaming at you because it knows you completely wasted your Tuesday, and Wednesday is waiting with an axe. Rest is a privilege strictly reserved for the victorious. When a predator makes a kill, it sleeps in absolute peace because the perimeter is secure. But when prey goes to sleep, it sleeps with one eye open, terrified of the shadows. Which one are you tonight? Are you closing your eyes with the quiet confidence of a titan? Or are you hiding under the blankets, hoping Wednesday morning forgets your name? The universe is aggressively indifferent to your exhaustion. It absolutely does not care that you had a long day. It does not care that your feelings are hurt. The only thing the universe respects is the raw, undeniable proof of your actions. While you are politely negotiating with your fatigue, the monster you are destined to fight tomorrow is doing push-ups in the pitch-black dark. Look at your competition. Look at the noisemakers and the pretend hustlers. They are currently logging off. They are shutting down their computers and switching on their pathetic entertainment. This is exactly the window you have been waiting for. When the world goes quiet and the weak go to sleep, the chosen one sharpens their blade. You steal the victory while they are dreaming about it. You must become entirely ruthless with your own comfort. Comfort is a velvet noose. It feels soft right up until the moment it violently snaps your neck. If your chair is too comfortable, sit on the floor. If the room is too warm, open the window and let the freezing wind hit your face. You must physically remind your body that this is a war zone, not a luxury resort. The internal saboteur will try to bargain with you right now. It will use logic. It will tell you that you will be more productive tomorrow if you just rest now. That is the most dangerous, highly effective lie in the history of human psychology. The momentum you kill tonight absolutely does not magically resurrect tomorrow. A cold engine takes twice as much fuel to start. Keep the engine burning. Wednesday morning is an executioner, and the executioner does not accept apologies. It only accepts results. When the alarm violently screams in a few hours, it will instantly reveal whether you spent your Tuesday building a titanium shield or a paper umbrella. The rain is coming regardless. The only variable is how much damage you are willing to let it cause. You want to escape the matrix? You want to step off the hamster wheel of average existence. The exit door is hidden right here, in the darkest, most exhausted hours of Tuesday night. It requires you to push past the absolute limit of what your weak mind thinks is possible. You break the simulation by doing exactly what the simulation expects you not to do. You refuse to stop. The countdown is no longer whispering. It is a deafening mechanical roar in your ears. 10 seconds are gone. A minute is gone. An hour is gone. Time is violently bleeding out of the hourglass, and you cannot put the sand back in. Lock your jaw. Stare directly into the darkness. The night is yours to conquer, or it is yours to regret. The choice must be made now. The final hours of darkness are strictly reserved for the elite. While the world is completely paralyzed in sleep, you are moving with the lethal silence of a shadow. The countdown is in its final stages. The sand in the hourglass is almost gone, and you realize that true power isn't about rushing at the last minute. True power is the cold, unshakable calm of knowing you have already done the impossible while everyone else was dreaming. Look at the horizon. The first light of Wednesday morning is bleeding into the sky, but that is absolutely not a beautiful sunrise. That is the harsh, blinding spotlight of universal judgment. It is coming to permanently expose every single person who lied to themselves yesterday. It will illuminate their messy rooms, their unfinished projects, and their weak, pathetic excuses. The light does not forgive. It only reveals. In exactly a few moments, millions of alarm clocks will violently start screaming. The sleepwalking masses will wake up in absolute panic. They will immediately feel the crushing, suffocating weight of the Wednesday wall. They will complain that they are tired. They will curse the calendar. They will desperately start searching for another shortcut, because they went to bed as cowards and they woke up as victims. But you absolutely do not react to the alarm. You do not flinch when the sun hits your face, because you never went to sleep on your ambition. You are already dressed in your titanium armor. Your blade is already sharp. When the Wednesday wall appears in front of you, you do not stop to analyze it. You lower your shoulder and you violently smash right through it. This is the moment the Matrix permanently breaks for you. You finally understand that the middle of the week is not a trap. It is a filter. It is designed specifically to filter out the weak, the loudmouths, and the pretenders. If you can completely dominate Wednesday morning, you officially own the rest of their pathetic week. You have successfully stolen the momentum of the entire crowd. Erase the toxic concept of next week from your mind forever. Next week is a hallucination. Next week is a drug given to losers to keep them completely passive. This Wednesday morning is the only reality that exists. If you cannot execute right now, under this specific, heavy pressure, you will never execute. The universe does not accept I owe us. It demands immediate, brutal payment in full. If your heart is racing right now, let it race. That is the beautiful, terrifying sound of your own survival instinct kicking in. It means the psychological poison is finally leaving your system. You are no longer infected with the disease of later. You have successfully starved the internal burglar, and you have reclaimed the absolute authority over your own mind. You are now a completely standalone entity of pure execution. You don't look left. You don't look right. You don't care who is watching or who is judging. Let them stand in the safe, boring distance and watch you burn the old rules to the ground. Your actions are so incredibly loud, they have permanently silenced the doubt. The sun is fully up. The deadline has officially arrived. Look in the mirror. Lock your jaw. Force your lips shut and let a cold, terrifying smile form in the silence. You didn't just survive the countdown. You became the absolute master of it. You are the nightmare that procrastination is terrified of. From this exact second forward, every morning belongs to you. You are the chosen one, and you have brutally conquered the Wednesday wall. If you have completely shattered your excuses and survived the night, drop the words, "I survived," below and hit subscribe. The countdown is dead. The weak are exposed. Now,